Welcome to Elgin Power Solutions Product Showcase. Today we'll be exploring Elgin's Mobile Line-Rupter.
Chris, wanted to talk to you a little bit here about mobile line rupters, and I was hoping you could just give us a quick little overview. What exactly is a mobile line rupter?
Well, a line rupter is basically what the name says. It's an interruption of a transmission line. So if you have a transmission line in your electrical grid, upwards of 230 kV is the max that we go to, then this is a way of disconnecting a line. It also provides a visible disconnect and also interrupts the circuit. So with this equipment, what people use it for is for routine maintenance, repairs, catastrophic failure, anything like that on the line that needs attention. But it's a way to isolate a specific area of that line work. That way you can keep other key customers, key parts of the electrical grid, for example, a hospital. It's ways to keep them still in power, but yet be able to perform your maintenance, perform your repairs in a safe manner.
And making sure that they have consistent power.
Oh, of course,
Yeah.
of course. You have critical loads like that you don't ever want them to lose power.
Absolutely.
So, for example, if you have a transmission line that's 230 kV and you have some repairs that need to be made, well, a lot of these systems, they're a loop feed. So you have multiple different feeds coming into the same line. Well, you're able to isolate a specific piece of this line work by having a line rupter on each side. So if you purchase one of these mobile line rupters, with it you have a visible disconnect switch along with the actuating device which breaks the current, breaks the voltage signal throughout the line work. So with this, it gives you an open disconnect to where your employees can see that this line is de-energized. It gives them a way to go in, install their grounds, work in a safe environment that they don't have to worry about an energized transmission line.
Yeah.
But also, it gives you a way to feed to these critical loads. So, and with this, with the mobile aspect of it, you don't have to have line rupters on a steel structure surrounded by setting on a concrete pad. These are immobile objects. So if you purchase the mobile version of it, you can pick and choose what portion of the line that you want de-energized. And it gives you a more accurate piece of the system to work on. That way you don't have tremendous allotted area of line shut down.
Sure.
You can really focus on a specific part.
Yeah, and I imagine having that flexibility is,
Oh, utilities
absolutely crucial.
love it.
Yeah.
They love it, and so do the customers. Because when you're upwards of 138, 230 kV, those are lines you don't ever want to be shut down.
Sure.
So you want as little time off as possible with that.
So, Chris, if you don't mind, talk to me for a little bit about how we're able to get these to adhere to DOT standards along with passing electrical clearance codes.
Well, most of your DOT requirements are 8'6" wide and 13 feet 6 inches tall. So we take a line rupter and we put it on a single drop trailer. And that gives us our 13'6" height. We're under that.
Yeah.
Now with the 8'6" width, we're able to put the 3 individual poles side by side and meet that clearance on the trailer. So it's not an overlarge trailer. These can travel without any special permits or anything like that. But the thing is when it gets to site, we have to have a way of meeting the electrical clearances required for a 230 kV system, a 138 kV system, whatever it needs to be.
Sure.
Our engineers here have designed a rack-out mechanism that it's very nice. It's very easy to use, very user-friendly. One person can rack out one single leg of the system. So, you're talking 1,500, 2,000 pounds worth of equipment that one person can move by themselves. So, yeah, it's very nice. And And it's so simple. There's just a few pins that hold everything together. So it's basically toolless to get everything set up. Once you get everything set up in the field, then you go in, you do your checks, like making sure the disconnect switch closes, all three phases close together, the timing of that, proper operation, your typical tests you perform on something like this in the field before you actually energize it. But these things are so simple and so well designed that one or two people can set it up in a matter of a few hours.
And I'm sure that is extremely useful if you're trying to get something done. You need to get it done quickly.
Yeah.
And you don't want to have to pull a whole team together to rack this thing out. You can get one or two guys together, put it out.
A couple people can take care of it in no time.
Yeah.
A very simple operation. And that's why customers keep coming back to us for this, is because of how simple the rack out mechanism is. So we're able to rack out to meet your 230 kV clearance. But yet, at the end of the day, we're able to rack it back in and put everything back together, and then you're meeting your DOT requirements to ship it to the next site or take it back to your facility.
What kind of maintenance is involved in a piece of equipment like this?
Well, the manufacturer of the Line-Rupter, they have their own maintenance requirements that they will give you when purchased. So we have to meet their standards. Okay. Now, as far as us putting that on a trailer, the rack out device, any electrical controls or anything like that that's on there, there's very little maintenance. I mean, it's test the controls. We recommend that before any operation. So if you're taking this to a new site, we want you to operate it. We want you to do the physical inspection. And if you see something that needs adjusted, do it. As far as anything, as far as the rack out device, is no maintenance. I mean, it just works. The trailer, do a routine maintenance for the trailer. I mean, check the tire pressure, make sure the lights work, things like that.
Sure.
So it's very little maintenance on these. The biggest maintenance, just follow the procedures of the switch manufacturer, and that's it.
Obviously, we're all about innovation. We're all about improving what we do. We don't want to sit on our standards and our laurels. We want to improve. So tell me a little bit about, kind of similar to how we have these one-person rack-out options, tell me a little bit about future options that we might have or we're trying to work on implementing.
One of the things we're looking at in the future is motor operating. Not only do you have a very easy way to manually rack out right now, but in the future with a motor operator, you can basically stand back and push a button and watch the phases extend.
Yeah.
So that's another way to speed things up. It's another way for less people to have to be involved in the operation of these. You could have your crews doing other things, getting other items of their system prepared, while one person can be setting up a mobile Line-Rupter. The electrical aspect will be probably the next design we go with. Just make it easier on the customers.
Sure.
So
at the end of the day, it's all about making sure the customer is taken care of.
It is, exactly. We're always looking out for customer safety. That's first and foremost. And the next thing, we're looking for ease of deployment. And that's every mobile we work with. That's our first two priorities.
So, Chris, tell me a little bit about our customers' feedback. What kind of feedback have you gotten on these rack-out mechanisms from our customers?
Since the employment of our mechanical engineer, Bill Mullins, man's a wizard, by the way.
Yeah.
We've taken the rack-outs and turntables and things like that to a level that I never expected. As far as these rack-out devices that we're looking at right now for the Line-Rupters and the circuit switchers, we've had customers that have called us wanting us to provide them with the rack-out mechanism for their older pieces of equipment. So you take someone that's in the field, they have some circuit switchers, some Line-Rupters, anything like that requires disconnect switches, things that require individual phases to rack out. They're looking at us to provide the rack out mechanism for them. So we're designing rack out mechanisms for each specific piece of equipment that they provide, and we're also providing the field service and installation to help this customer out as well. Wow. So we've been asked that a few times. It's really nice.
Yeah, and having that custom design that you can do for your customers and everything to kind of fit what their needs are.
Oh yeah,
that's that's super impressive.
Yeah, we're going above and beyond by taking each piece of equipment that they send us. They'll send us the drawings for whatever item they have, and we'll design a rack out that meets their needs.
Tell me a little bit about some of the accessories and custom options that we have on these.
Yeah, I mentioned earlier that these are on a single drop trailer. Now, one thing we can add is lightning arresters on their own rack out mechanism on the kingpin portion of this trailer. We've also put protective relay systems on here. The customers will tell us what specific relay they want, and we'll install it. Battery systems can be installed. And basically, if you have a need for any type of electrical equipment like that, we can look at the design and see if it's something possible that we can put on there. But as far as right now, most common things are people want lightning arresters or some form of insulator on the kingpin. That way they can make an additional high voltage connection, make it easier for them on the incoming. And then with the protective relaying and controls. So if you have a built-in relay, then you can basically take it anywhere. And all you have to do is change your settings to match the system that you're working on right now.
Yeah.
So the only thing is control power is provided by the station. So that's options we have there. We have disconnect switches, 250 volt disconnect switches for the customer to connect their control power to. We've put AC to DC inverters in these. That way, you keep your equipment the same. If a customer has 125 volt DC on everything, you want to keep it the same. And so we have an inverter to go from AC to DC. It's just little options like that can really help the customer out. And it's one last thing they have to worry about bringing in from their system if it's already there.
That just having that open line of communication between the customer and yourself to be able to even just ask that question, can you do this?
Yeah.
Well, we can look into it. We can try to do
that's the thing, yeah. We will look into it for you. I mean, if it's something that's not possible, we'll let you know.
Sure.
But if it's something that can fit on the system, then yes, we'll see what it looks like, give it a design. Let's see if we can make it work to meet your needs.
Thank you for joining us. For more information on mobile line rupters, please contact your Elgin Power Solutions representative or visit our website at elginpowersolutions.com.